So somebody yesterday was asking me, how's the dating in South Beach, in Miami, period. And I told them that it was like okay, because I don't know, you kind of get to know people really quick, and it's really different out here compared to when I was dating in Chicago. I don't know exactly why. I kind of got it's a very like in and out city, so a lot of people don't stay here for long, and a lot of people are here for a certain reason. But especially and that's also between, and it's also a difference between dating like foreign women here and then dating American women here in Miami. So what I found out is, on average, you date on average by date two, you can kind of tell if this person, if let's say the girl that you're dating, let's say, you're gonna find out by the second date if she's even worth dating, if she's even worth your time. I know a lot of time as guys, we don't really pay attention to that, like, and we let girls waste our money and time too much. I'll say way too much. So I read this book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, and it was very, very eye opening. And that's kind of why I brought it even down to two dates instead of more. Because typically I would do a few more just to kind of like see, to make sure there's like no misunderstandings in what I'm seeing when I look at certain traits in women. And some women, they just that I've dated, and it's just in my experience. I'm pretty sure everybody has a different experience, but in my experience, it was usually the first date I'll see something that is like kind of off, and usually by the second date, um, you kind of want to really, really pay attention and ask like a little bit deeper questions. And once you start getting a little bit deeper, and you can tell by the answers and the reactions that you get from your questions, um, from the girl that you're on a date with, if she's even going to be worth your time going forward. And also, you just to even further not waste your time, I found out, is who told me this? Was it Gary V? It was either Gary V or it was Patrick David from Valuetainment. But they would like write down the exact girl that you're looking for, like what you want in the girl. I'm talking like, go as deep as you can physically, like, oh, like, I want a dark skinned girl with, you know I want a dark skinned girl with that slim thick, that dresses classy, and you know this is all physical stuff, and she can have natural hair or weave, like, you don't, either one of those is fine. Or no, let's just say natural hair. You want to be very specific. I want to be dark skinned, slim thick, um natural hair, dress classy. Be very, very specific, so when you go out, you're not wasting your time dating a light skinned girl. It just don't make any sense, because if you're looking for this, why are you going and settling for that? Like, it gotta make sense, and it has to match up with your paper, and that's what a lot of people don't do. So and then also, even with like personality traits, you want someone that's not, some guys want girls that's submissive, some want ones that get them a little go, that's a little bit combative, and I would say a more not as easygoing woman, who will just go with anything, because that can be looked at as a weak trait in a woman, because it's like, oh, like, if she'll do anything, then for me, she might do anything for somebody else. So it's, and you look for certain traits, and ones that have, ones that want kids, and ones that you go a little bit deeper. And that's what I was talking about, like on the second date, when you ask questions like, how's your relationship with your mom, or how your relationship with your dad, if you have a relationship at all. What is your family like, what are you, do you, are you super religious, or are you spiritual? Like, a lot of that stuff you want to go into, because that's going to tell you like what type of person you're getting into a pursuing a relationship with. A lot of people don't ask those questions. You know, they so caught up in the looks, and then and sex, and just all of that. The honeymoon phase can blind you a lot. But if you like kind of take your time, even you can still have a honeymoon phase, but if you take your time and pay attention to what she actually says, you'll have a much better idea of who you're dealing with and if you want to deal with them by the second date. The second date, I'm telling you, you can literally find everything out by the second date. Sometime on the first date. And that's what I was telling this person I was talking to. I was like, usually with me, like most of the women that I've dated out here, most of them haven't made it past the second date. I'm trying to think. And I'm talking specifically in Miami. None of them. Not one. Every single one has not made it past the second date. No More Mr. Nice Guy is a good book. How to, take control of your life as a guy. You want to make sure that you don't want people wasting your time. You want to be the alpha. You know what I mean? And even if you want to be a beta, it teaches you how to be an alpha and how to be a beta the right way without being taken advantage of, without wasting your time, without wasting your money, without basically looking like a pussy. Like, you don't want to be that person. So I recommend that book, No More Mr. Nice Guy. All the guys, check it out. It'll definitely give you a nice perspective and how to not give your time to everybody, because everybody don't deserve it, and you can figure out pretty quickly who deserves it and who doesn't. So yeah, dating in Miami is it's fun, but it's you gotta take most people at a surface level, at surface level, until they tell you something a little bit deeper than all the surface level stuff that goes on in Miami. A lot of the girls that I dated, they just looking for just a fun experience. They're not looking for anything more than that. And some girls like, and that's okay. Like, that's completely fine. Like, if you want to just like go out with girls and have the fun experience and fuck on them, like, that's completely fine. Like, I feel like if that's what I want to do, that's what I'm gonna do. If that's what you want to do, that's what you should do. And yeah, just have fun with it if that's your goal. But then make sure that you even still that you're not wasting your time, because that's not, a lot of people would call that a waste of time, but doing what you want is not a waste of time. If that's what you want, it makes you happy, that's what you're supposed to do. And a lot of guys kind of get stuck on one girl, and it's just like, don't do that. They're, I ain't gonna say all of them, but most likely they're dating someone. And if you want to be exclusive with them, a lot of people don't ask this question, but that's something that you have to ask. You have to ask them, or they have to ask you, like, yo, like, we probably dating other people. If y'all haven't talked about it, we probably dating other people, but I would like to date you exclusively, which basically means I want to have your undivided attention, so you can learn about who I am and I can learn about who you are, without the distractions. And I've had the experience where a girl was upset because whoever else she was dating made her upset and bringing that shit to me, and I'm just like, I don't care at all. That's y'all relationship or whatever y'all doing. So this is here in our moment. And the fact that she couldn't even break her couldn't break away from that mentally in order to be present with me, that now was on like the second date, and that was the last time I saw her. And of course they be calling, but guys, don't give in. Don't give in. The thing is, I hear a lot from some of my girls that are friends. They like, oh well, he had his chance, but I never hear guys saying, oh well, she had her chance. A lot of time we go back because we go back for the booty. A lot of time, if we haven't gotten it or we want it more, we go back for the booty. A lot of times we ain't even really going back for the girl. We just kind of make it seem like that. But you know, women can be a waste of time, man. And you gotta make sure that's your most valuable asset in your life is your time. And if you letting these people waste your time, and I mean even like going out on a dinner with a girl, like, oh, you know, dinner, going out on a third date with this girl can't be harmless. You think about it, that dinner, you know, from you getting there, eating, talking, and then going back home, she's probably just wasted like 2 hours of your life. And 2 hours is for people who don't know about the importance of time, is a very, very, very important length of time. 2 hours, 1 hour, sometimes 1 minute. Shit, if they're wasting your time, you know, they f the money, screw the money, but it's the time. So yeah, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Check it out. You'll be a better man, promise.